A$AP Rocky has just released his new single to Don't Be Dumb. It is called Punk Rocky. And guys, listen, this Don't Be Dumb rollout is finally in full effect. January 16th, Lou and I will be reacting to the entire album with our Patreon community. All you guys got to do is visit the pinned comment, and we're going to have the link there for you guys to our Patreon plan. January 16th, be there or be square. Don't Be Dumb reaction. But Lou, how do you feel? We finally got the first single. It's happening.
It's actually happening,
We're
bro.
doing it. We are in this, bro. There's nothing wrong.
For the first time in like 7+ years, we actually feel like when January 16th rolls around, we're actually going to get hit with a new album.
Okay, but how about this,
miracle.
bro? Like, he just like pulls the rug. Imagine he pulls the rug now. Imagine how crazy that would be.
That would be wild. But he could still do it if he wanted to.
I know, but
because
he shouldn't.
of all the marketing of this album is dropping on Nothing Day and that there is no album. Like, if he really wanted to be that guy, he could. But I don't think that's going to be the case. In this video, guys, we're going to take you through our thoughts on the single and also just like the mood and the energy around this album as we're getting closer to it. Is it actually going to live up to the hype? How has the rollout been so far? So starting off with the single, there was a lot of anticipation going into this because there was a lot of word about, you know, are these other singles that have been coming out in the last couple of years, are they going to make this fucking album? Is it just going to be Punk Rocky as the lead single, which it seems like this is the only song we've heard so far that will be on the album. And honestly, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, bro. It's a decent song. It's a good song at best if you want to go there. But I just think that as a lead single, you have to come up with something more energetic, something with a more progressive instrumental. I do like the idea that this is original. You know, when you're looking at like the mainstream hip hop scene and like all the fucking slop that you're getting from the trap scene, for example, this feels original.
Okay, but let me ask you something. Do you even classify this as a hip hop record? Because I don't. You get the sort of sundress Rocky, right? One that has brighter vocals, one that's harmonizing a lot more. You know, you listen to the lyrics, they're a lot more love-centric, at least off of first listen. I'm going to go back into Genius and see if I could pick up any Easter eggs after this recording, Lou, but I agree with you in the fact that it's not the most energetic track that you could have started off this rollout with. But I will say this. This feels like a good teaser to what could be. Because before we got this, it was known that he would be going into different genres. It was known that he'd be doing a lot of different genre blending for this studio album. So with that being said, I feel like it's hard for me to tamper my expectations with this lead single, regardless if it was going to be crazy or not.
It's not only this single, though. That's the thing that people are forgetting about is that, like, listen, I'm all for being optimistic, and I want this album to be the fucking album of the year. If I had it my way, this would be Rocky's best album. I think everybody wants that. That being said, based on the hijacks and the
riots and
the other tracks that have come out, the one with Casey that I even forgot about because of how uneventful it was.
But you had your Ruby Rosary, like you had your songs.
This to me is in line with that release of singles where the music's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, it doesn't feel like Rocky's back. I want a song that's like the stamp, the kick through the door of like, I'm back.
You're going to get that on the album, Lou. This is what I'm trying to say, though.
Maybe you won't. I'm just saying he hasn't showed us anything up to this point
but
that's really excited us.
Okay, let's say
I'm just saying, I want to make the statement, I don't know about Don't Be Dumb anymore, bro. I'm really hesitant in the sense of it's been a lot of years. It's been a lot of singles that I've released. I've given him the benefit of the doubt time and time again, but it just doesn't seem like he's in his peak form right now. And listen, I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is his best album yet. But based on the song we just heard, how could you convince me otherwise?
No, but I don't have to convince you because it's a trailer. You know, like I feel as if this is a taste of what you're probably going to get going into the studio album. Is this going to be the set all and be all? No. Like, example, if I gave you, I'm not sure, Wavy Bone a week before At Long Last A$AP came out, bro, like, you would have listened to that song out of context, like, oh, that's fucking fire, but you would have no other context to what the rest of the studio album would actually sound like. In comparison, though, with this, I feel like it's kind of staying true to what he was marketing on the album, right? So you're going to have the genre blending, you're going to have a lot of different things going into it, and you know what? The vocals sound fucking good on this song, too. So it's not that, like, I'm wowed, okay, bro, I've waited 7 years and I've gotten the best single of my life, but this to me is a good way to just segment. It's like, I want to make this statement. I'm waiting for the album. That's all I care about,
and
bro.
you know what? This song might even sound better in the context of the album. I think you're right. Maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. That being said, though, when I look at all these different like elements that he's been kind of, spoon feeding us through these last couple of weeks, even the
Yeah.
idea of like this album being multiple genres, I find that exciting as a listener. Like, for example, this song kind of reminds me of the music I heard from Kevin Abstract with like Blanket, for example, where you have some hip hop influences, but it's more involved in like pop and punk, and grunge. So I like the idea that there's going to be some jazz records, that there's going to be probably some R&B records on the album. That being said, that could also lead to a potential issue of like a lack of focus
Yeah,
and
I
cohesion
get
in the
what you're
track
trying to
list.
say.
So I'm just saying right now, I'm not at a place going into this album thinking, oh, it's going to be mid, or thinking, oh, it's going to be a weak album. I'm just more like, you know what? I had high expectations given how many years it's been, given that it's ASAP Rocky and he always delivers on album experiences. But that being said, I'm kind of unsure.
But even speaking into the cohesion of this album, going back to previous studio albums from Rocky, I feel like if you go through the track sequencing of a Testing or an At Long Last ASAP, right? Just speaking about studio albums that we've gotten in the past, there's so many different records that don't sound nowhere near the same. So why is that maybe a concern for this one? Like, I just don't understand the point at all.
I just think that it might be strange to go from a song like Punk Rocky to like a cloud rap song produced by Clams Casino, for example. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it'll be like the best sequenced album of the entire year. I don't know. It's possible. I'm just saying that based on the variety of sounds and even based on some of the snippets that we've heard, right? Because there's a good chance that songs like Your Honor, for example, which was a snippet that we got, or Stole Ya Flow, which was a song that he's been previewing at different festivals and that kind of stuff. Like, just thinking about what kind of songs are already on the table, I don't know how well these are going to blend together, but it's too early to say any of that. I just think that based on those snippets too, it's not the highest bar of quality for Rocky standards. So again, maybe none of those snippets make the album. What the fuck do I know? I'm just saying, based on all the music I've heard up to this point, snippets included, singles included, I'm just not as convinced as I'd want to be at this point within the rollout. So
Is this going to affect your first listening experience?
no, definitely not. I always go in
Okay,
blind.
thank
bro.
God. Okay,
I always
fine.
go in blind, and I always, want to
So
go
you're
in with.
just yapping.
I'm
It's just-
yapping for sure. I'm just, bro. I'm talking. I'm speculating. This is what we fucking do.
I know, but I just
let me ask
I don't
you this,
because I don't
though,
want you to be
because-
a sourpuss because of like let's say
No.
previous singles that didn't hit for you.
Of course
you know?
not, bro. I could hate this single, which I don't hate the single. I think it's pretty decent. I could not love this single and then love every other song on the album. It's not
True.
going to leave a bad taste.
Or
but,
maybe within the sequencing, this single does make sense.
Yeah.
Let's say for the track
But
list.
you've kind of been a neutral Nancy, okay? So I want to ask you this. If you had to guess,
Yeah.
blind guess, how good this album is going to be, what do you think? Based on everything you've heard, based on the album coming out.
confused, bro.
You're a bit confused?
Yeah, I'm a confused Connie, not a negative Nancy or a neutral Nancy, as you said. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm a confused Connie right now, just because I don't know what I'm gonna get, bro. I've gotten singles like Riot, and then I've gotten Hijack. I've gotten
Same
Ruby
Problems,
Rosary.
yeah.
You know, there was some snippets that were being previewed with vinyl pressing in back, right? That surfaced within the holidays.
Like that song Whiskey that sounded pretty good.
Yeah, so then I
Yeah.
get this, right, that has more of that sundress vibe. I'm kind of all over the place with it. And that's why, with my judgment, I'm just going to go based off of his track record. He's never delivered anything besides a great project. Bro, I'm sorry. No one could argue it. I think it's going to be a great album at the very least. And I think that especially when you get a top-tier curator like Rocky, I mean, look at the album and back. Look at that, bro. Like, these projects always have a cultural stamp. Like, there's always this feeling in the air when Rocky drops because he's going to deliver you new sounds, new textures,
sure.
bro, that you haven't heard before. You know, going back to your comments about how, like, so much shit sounds like slop now. I listened to the single, and as much as it may be, like, okay, cool, for a Don't Be Dumb rollout, it's still different. It's still
unique.
new.
It's definitely unique.
I'm putting this on the whip tonight,
It's
you know?
different compared to what we're hearing right now, but it does sound like similar to Sundress without the catchiness of it, low key.
Okay, but how about you, Negative Nancy? What do you got, bro? What's the guess on this?
It's tough because, like you said, Rocky literally has never missed with an album, mixtape,
Mm-hmm.
nothing. That being said, it's been 8 years. There's a lot of pressure that he's facing. I think that, especially off of first listen, maybe I'll be included into this. I hope I'm not, but some people subconsciously are going to rate the album lower than they actually feel just because of how high their expectations are. That's what I think might happen with some people. That being said, for me, I think it's going to be a good album at least. So I'm between good or great.
That's fair.
I don't think it's going to be, it can't be bad, bro, after all these years.
No,
There's
I
no
won't be
fucking
mad
way.
or bad. There's no way.
He's a
bro.
great curator. He's always experimenting. And listen, like I said, even though I'm not confident in it, that could all change the night of release. But speaking about the night of release,
Yeah.
there's still some people that are skeptical about this actually dropping or not. Do you think there's any fucking chance in hell that this album doesn't actually
I
come
think
out
we're in it.
on the 17th?
I think we're in it to win it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I agree.
It's 2026, bro. If he doesn't drop it now, like, I think if he does a whole other rollout, bro.
There's no way. It's cooked. It's
Yeah,
going to be cooked at that
I think
point.
this is the last drop because you've pump faked once with a rollout,
Yeah.
right? Back in the summer of 2024 when they announced the album like 3 months before its release. And then we had gotten singles in between there, and we had gotten Rocky speaking about it. We got, God knows how many GQ and Hollywood Reporter interviews, right, about him talking about. It's enough. I just people want to hear it, dude. And I think for him too, you know, there was probably a lot of pressure to drop this album because of the amount of noise, right? So the question might be, is he in the pressure cooker? Is he gonna step away from this studio album experience because maybe he's afraid to drop it? At this point, where you have nothing to lose, like you're a legacy artist at this point. Even if Don't Be Dumb is a mid album, bro, it takes away nothing. Like people are all fucking worried. They have their projects, and people
I
just
don't know
want to hear
about
something
it takes
new.
away nothing. I just think that like the future of ASAP Rocky when it comes to touring, other new albums to follow, I think that it's going to be a different game.
But I think it's already there, Loopy. Even at this point in time, like, he's so heavily, you know, coded in the fashion world, and he has so many endeavors. Like, I feel like that's probably pushed back this album by so much. I think this is fan service, bro. I think Don't Be Dumb is low-key fan service.
I get you.
He could retire. He has kids. He's married to Rihanna.
And he has a musical legacy set in stone. That's without a doubt.
So this one's for the fans. I feel like that's why it's going to hit. He knows, like, these are the people that really propelled him to where he's at right now.
And I do want to say this. All of the lays aside, all of the, you know, worries aside about how good the music's going to be, I have to salute Rocky for making this album feel like a fucking event, because not only in hip hop but in all genres of music, I feel like nowadays when it comes to pumping an album out, it's almost like it's coming out on a conveyor belt, bro. It's the same fucking marketing strategy. Here's the album cover, here's the single, album out in 3 weeks. Like,
it's
he actually, no, he fucking, not that he reinvented the wheel, but he took his time with it. And now, within these last couple of weeks, how he's been hyping us up with these physicals, these alternate covers, the single that he put out, like, all these different pieces of the puzzle are coming together in a beautiful way that's exciting the fans again.
Him ripping the Reddit threads, saying
Fuck
that he's been on
yeah.
since 08. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's been in it.
I'm happy that it feels like an event. The last thing I want to touch on, in terms of features, bro, I want to read through some expected features based on different things that have happened. Let me know who you think's going to be on the album and who you actually want to see on it.
Sure.
So, Tyler is expected to be on the album.
I don't think that happens.
J. Cole possibly if Ruby Rosary makes the album.
That's
which
only a possibility.
probably won't happen at this point.
No.
Because it's not on the pre-save. Rihanna, it has to happen, bro. It has to happen, bro. If she's not on this album, that is going to be the biggest missed opportunity of all time.
Well, that's it. I think even speaking about features, but playing into the first week sales, if you want to have a big first week, that Rihanna
you
single
have to do it. It's going to go up.
Yeah, it's going to go up. So
Playboy-
I think that's going to happen.
Playboy Cardi. Because of like that Reddit thing that happened where someone said, "Oh, like that snippet with Cardi, put it on the
obvious.
album."
I think it's too obvious of a play.
Then these were songs that he confirmed. These features were on a song or two that he confirmed in other interviews. Busta Rhymes, Morrissey, Slick Rick, Fat Man Scoop, and Flavor Flav. Maybe
narration from some of these guys, right?
Possibly.
Whenever you see OG rappers make a new modern track list, I feel as if they're in it, but they're not necessarily like always going in for verses because musically they might have declined. But someone like Morrissey for sure.
Yeah.
Morrissey
That
for
could be
sure make
cool.
the album. But how about you, Lou? Any features you think that you haven't heard about might be a surprise? Someone that you might think makes it?
I think we all want to see Schoolboy Q on this album. That's a fucking lock every time. But besides that,
won't happen.
if
That's never happening.
If we are gonna go into like the left field, experimental, different genres phase, give me a Tame Impala feature. I think that could be cool. Getting him like providing a chorus or something on the album.
Rosalia.
Rosalia would be dope.
Rosalia would be super sick off of this album. I've never gotten also a Weekend feature. Getting the Weekend on here would be super.
I think what matters more is the production, though, for this album. More
That's
than
where
anything,
it's at.
like, give me some Clams Casino on here. Give me some Pharrell,
I want to hear Ye beats, bro.
Mike Dean.
I want to hear Ye beats, bro. I want to hear like prime
It's
Ye
rare.
beats too.
You're not gonna get prime. I don't know. In 2026,
You
prime
got-
Ye
Why
beats?
not? Why can't I get it?
You think he has the stash? You think the stash is still hot like that? I don't know.
Dude, it's fucking Ye. What are we talking
I
about?
don't know, man.
This guy's a
Maybe.
goat.
But guys,
but regardless, though, let us know in the comments section. How much do you think this is selling first week? What do you think about the features? What do you think about the single? And the final and biggest question is: this actually happening on January 16th? Or am I having a fucking episode of psychosis? Like, what am I? What's
First week
going
sales?
on?
You didn't answer that, actually.
Oh, first week sales.
Neither of us did.
No, we did. We
did?
Yeah, I think.
I don't think we said
No, I
it.
said
Not in this video.
Not in this video, but in previous live streams, I said between 100 to 115.
I say 120.
Yeah, so you think this is one big flash stream, Lou, or you think you're getting it?
I think it's happening, bro. It's happening. It has fucking 500,000 pre-saves. People are showing up to Rocky's crib if this album doesn't come out. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it has to.
The 500,000 pre-saves is fucking wild.
It
by
is
the way.
pretty fucking cool. But guys, listen, it's going to be a massive event for hip hop, for the NFR community. Please join us if you guys want to catch our first ever reaction to the album. Check out the link in our pinned comment. We will be listening to it live with the entire community on Patreon. We hope to see you guys there. See you next time. Peace.